Hello, welcome to the Next Year of Beer blog. I'm doing something ridiculously ambitious tonight. I'm cooking, it's asparagus season. We've had a load of beers sent, we've got some asparagus in, and I'm trying to cook 3 different things to go with 5 different beers. So the first thing we have here, I'm just going to serve it out, pop it on a plate. We've got asparagus, watercress and tomato risotto there. Steaming hot. We're just going to put that to one side. That's actually going to be the last thing we get to. The thing about cooking, the trick to being a good cook is that it's all about timing. So with any luck, what we've got here is a nice runny poached egg. I'm going to whip that on there, and what we've got here is a poached egg with some asparagus spears, smoked salmon on a bit of toast, and the beer that's going with it, Castile Cru. It's a very, very light lager from Alsace. It's brewed with champagne yeast, gives a very light, clean flavour. They suggest serving it in a champagne flute. This isn't my idea, okay? So we're just going to pop a little bit of that out. It's very light, clean, fresh. There's a suggestion of champagne, but I don't know if that's just the fact that we know it's brewed with champagne yeast. It's really light, really dry, slightly lemony. Now I'm going to pop into this yolk now, and with any luck it's going to run everywhere. Oh beauty, look at that. Fantastic. So we're going to take the end off of the asparagus. I'm going to get a big bit of egg yolk there and some smoked salmon on there too. We're just going to whiz that in. That's lovely. Great combination of flavours. Asparagus and eggs work really, really well together. Smoked salmon underneath it all. I'm just going to see how it goes with the beer. It's nice, it's clean, it's kind of it's a cut through, although it's a fairly light lager. The carbonation and the lemony quality kind of gives it a real palate cleansing quality there. Right, we're going to move on. Next one we have is smoked ham and asparagus tart. What we've got to go with this, we've got a couple of wheat beers. We've got Blue Moon here by Coors, and we've got Grolschweizen. Now the reason I've paired these two with the tart is it's a very simple tart. It's basically a quiche. It's 3 eggs, half a pint of milk and cream mixed together in a pastry case, bake it in the oven until it's done. Really, really simple. Wheat beers work really, really well with eggs, and eggs, they're something that beer works really well with, but if you want to drink wine or that kind of thing, eggs and asparagus too are a nightmare match. So what we'll do, we'll just pour a little bit of these out in each glass. So Coors Blue Moon, which is it's a slightly weird thing. It's styled as an American craft beer, but it's actually an interpretation of a Belgian wheat beer. So it's kind of a Belgian beer brewed by a pretend American craft brewery, and it's it's nice enough. It's light. It's got kind of coriander and orange going on there. It's fairly light, fairly clean. Not terribly intense, but it's I wouldn't say it's a beer for people who don't like beer, but it's fairly light and fairly clean. We'll just try a bit of the Grolschweizen before we get going with the food. That's obviously slightly unusual. Grolsch, based in Holland. This is actually a really, really authentic sort of Bavarian Weiss beer. It's got lovely sort of banana and clove flavours and aromas in it. And there's just a kind of a suggestion again of Belgian spicing. Almost like there's some coriander or orange peel very low in the mix there. Let's try the tart. I'm really excited about trying this. It's going to be quite rich. There's I didn't mix milk and cream. It's basically 3 eggs and half a pint of double cream. It's lovely. Smoked ham, eggs, asparagus together. It's actually delicious, really, really nutty, fabulous. and with the light oranginess of the Blue Moon, works pretty well. It's nice. There's a kind of brings out the richness of the tart very nicely. The Gross Weizen, much bigger bodied, much bigger aromas on this one. Yeah, so there's loads of things going on in there. There's a slight kind of smokiness. There's somehow the wheat beer brings out the egginess in it as well. And like there's a kind of nuttiness in the pastry too that is really, really enhanced by both of the beers actually. Let's whiz down to the last one here. So we've got a little dollop of asparagus, watercress and tomato risotto. It's made with chicken stock, and then there's some parmesan gone in right at the end there. The two beers that are suggested we serve with this, we've got a slightly unusual match, Snecklifter, Jennings Snecklifter, based up in the north-west, that's the left side of England. This is a fairly dark, sort of fairly full-bodied English ale. And they suggest that you serve this as a kind of a complement. The darkness working well with the richness of the risotto. Then we've got Belgian classic there, Duvel, which as it always does throws up a massive pillowy head. Let's just try a little bit of the Snecklifter. That's really sort of dark and malty. There's a real sort of oaty quality to it as well. That's nice, really, really nutty, walnuts, smokiness going on in there. Duvel we've tried before. It's a real classic. If you've never tried it, it's fantastic. It's a Belgian strong golden ale. It's just got a lovely kind of candy sugar and sort of eau de vie pear drops thing going on. Really, really fizzy. A lot of those Belgian beers are kind of super saturated with carbon dioxide. Let's have a go on the risotto. Lovely risotto. You've got the asparagus giving it a real kind of depth. And then you've got the other ingredients, the watercress giving it a little bitterness. Tomatoes bringing it sweetness. Let's see how it works with the Snecklifter. Unusually good actually. I didn't think that would work at all, but there's something about the soft sort of vegetable creamy cheesiness of the risotto and the really nutty quality of the Snecklifter. That's absolutely a match made in heaven. I didn't think that was going to work, but that's absolutely spot on. Now we're just going to try a little bit more of the risotto. With the Duvel this time. And that's kind of much more of a compliment. It's really enhancing all the kind of creamy flavours. It brings out a really sort of lemony note in the Duvel that acts as a fantastic cut through the flavours. That's we've come 5 feet through 5 beers and 3 dishes in about 5 minutes, I guess. The surprise winning combination actually is the Snecklifter and the risotto. Brilliantly, we've still got a full bottle of this and a pan full of risotto over there, which my cameraman has worked hard for this evening. Camera lady, I should say. And so I think that's what we're going to tuck into next with the quiche for lunch tomorrow. And the smoked salmon down at the end there as a bit of a starter. So I think we are going to tuck in now. We've got a little bit of Snecklifter, loads more risotto. Happy times. We'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers.